If you're following us here, then you're probably following the conversation on Twitter under hashtag Hanovation. Take the conversation there and see what people are saying about this event. There are a lot of interesting perspectives, especially from the men, and you will find that it is not what you expected. And they're very supportive and they're very encouraging. And when it comes to women, when I say the word sponsor, what comes to your mind? I bet you're thinking Sponyu, and you're thinking of a rich old man who's going to give you the soft life. That's not what sponsorship is when it comes to leadership. Leadership sponsorship is about having someone go to bat for you, someone who sits at the table, who realizes you have potential and they see what you can do, and they talk to the powers that be, and they can get your promotion, they can get your raise, they can introduce you to the right people. It's not the same as mentorship. And in fact, here is the difference. Listen to Everline Wangu, and she's going to tell you what the difference between sponsorship and mentorship is and why you need both. Here is Everline Wangu.
Thank you, Carol, for that introduction. I'm really looking forward to engaging the women today. And as Carol has shared, I will be speaking around career growth and embracing change, but most importantly, focusing on us women in technology and why women in IT need sponsors. And I would like, before I delve into sponsorship and why we need sponsors, just to take a step back and look at ourselves first as women in tech inwardly. Because I think, honestly, it's critical for us to understand ourselves in order to know the path we're going to take. And the first thing I look at is a vision. Do we have a personal vision? I do build out my vision every year, and I do want it to be full circle. But ultimately, ensure alignment of the personal goals in order to achieving my vision. 3 critical elements I look at are my core values, my strengths, and my goals. These are the 3 elements that form part of my personal vision and that allow me to understand my journey. And so therefore, understanding that journey, I'm able to reach and sort for the right sponsor. Key attribute number 2 is ambition. Ambition is what makes us dream big. It's that drive that motivates you to wake up early in the morning and put in the work. It promotes continuous hunger and thirst to be the best and very successful. Without ambition, you cannot do these things. And a lot of the time, it is fulfilled either by acquisition of wealth, power, the fame, rank, maybe to a CEO or a global director rank, but ultimately also being the authority and the subject matter expert in your area. That gives you credibility. So you are the person that we call. And that ambition is also very important to be guided and aligned to your vision. Number 3, anchor. It is very, very important for us women to build around our anchors because our roles both at home and at work are critical and the source of strength. So this could be number 1, religion. You know, waking up in the morning, first thing, committing your vision to God if you're a Christian or whichever religion. Family. Are your family members sold to your personal vision? Because they are that support structure you need. Colleagues. How well do you interact and relate with colleagues in order for you to be the best that you can? Coach. A coach is also very important because they guide you on day-to-day activities. But ultimately, as for today's session, sponsors. Sponsors are those powerful executives that continuously pull you into the boardroom, continuously throw you in the deep end, and continuously ensure that you go above your capabilities. But also, in terms of anchorage, it is important to realize your net worth. And remember, your network is your net worth. With those 3 elements, it is then therefore important to understand your clarity and focus. Have clarity and focus in that journey. Taking those elements, vision, ambition, anchor, you should also be able to align or your personal vision to the company's vision, giving you that clarity. How am I bringing the best value to this organization? How am I able to translate this into success? But ultimately, how do I attract the right sponsor? With that clarity and focus, you're able to have those answers. Understanding the who, the what, the why, and the how. If you cannot answer those questions, then there's a problem, there's a gap. You should be able to answer. Who should I be speaking to? What do I want to achieve? Why am I on this journey? When can I set this to achieve, and how do I do it? Attracting the right sponsor is as a result of that clarity and focus, the drive and ambition. And in addition to this, attracting the right sponsor also is as a result of your social network, great communication skills, clear and precise goals, as well as being aware of your SWOT, doing a SWOT analysis on yourself. What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? What are the opportunities? What are the threats? These allow you to be able to understand and project and attract the right person. Because with understanding this, then you're able to know this is what I need to focus on in order to grow as a woman in tech. But when you do not have those answers, then even if you have a sponsor, they'll not know where to throw you, they'll not know where to pull you in. They need to see your strength so that they are able to completely leverage that. But they also need to understand your weaknesses so you can build on it. And also the opportunities especially at work, and the threats, so then you're able to manage them. So it's very, very important to have that clarity and focus in order to attract the right sponsor. Now, how do we remain agile? How do we remain adaptable? Because this is also very critical, even with the role. So the role of the sponsor is very critical in ensuring that you remain agile and adaptable. Continuous engagement with the sponsor is critical because then you're able to chart a way forward. What is your growth plan? What are your ambitions? What is your vision? So again, going back to the initial focus, because then all this needs to be aligned and structured to your own personal goal. Not shying away from new tasks and challenges. Sponsors are very good in throwing you to new zones, throwing you deep end. Evelyn, I want you to speak tomorrow on this. Evelyn, I want you to run this project. Or whichever, So it is important not to shy away from this because that's the only way you grow. And this is why sponsors are critical, because they're able to see, sitting up there at an executive level, the gaps and where they feel you can add value. Again, if you do not understand your strengths, it's very hard for the sponsor also to completely and clearly understand where you can add value. Invest in building the skills. This could be through projects, through education, whatever, PhD, MBA. Again, also invest in capacity and social network. Again, I keep repeating social network because this is how you grow as an individual and this is how you attract the various sponsors you need, be it within your company or outwardly. But so long as this brings you to that leadership level. Focus on attracting the right powerful sponsor is important, but also putting yourself out there with grit, passion, and authenticity. That is needed to take on new tasks. So this is where we ask ourselves as women, how do we ensure we remain at forefront? How am I top of mind when they think of a C-level job opening? Where traditionally they would offer it to a man. When do you remain? But these are some of the attributes that bring that full circle. But ultimately, before I finish, as women, it is important to recognize and embrace our uniqueness. Each individual is different. And being able to identify, even through the SWOT, through the vision, the ambition, and the anchorage, being able to identify your uniqueness is quite important because you're able to embrace it, because this then translates to the value you bring to the table. Also, as women, we should not be afraid to put ourselves out there. A lot of women shy away from putting themselves out there. This is a man's job. I cannot fit into this. But being able to say, hey, I'll take it. And with the sponsor there, you do not have, you will then have the courage and the confidence to take on that. So in closing, the sponsorship role is very critical, but also understanding who you are, what your journey is, what your vision and goals are ultimately very critical. Again, I would want to say thank you very much. And to do this virtually is different. I would have loved to engage on face-to-face. And I'm looking forward to the rest of the session. Thank you very much.